I wasn't in the mood or just wasn't feeling like I wanted to be intimate, it would be met with, I was the one being abusive, that I was the one withholding. I genuinely thought I was withholding because he was my husband.
I had no idea he was dating up to 7 different women and sexting 50 when I got married. And if I had known, I would never even dated him.
The first panic attack I ever had was in a health clinic right before I got STD screened, because 2 days prior to that, I had found out my monogamous partner that I was having unprotected sex with had been sleeping around with multiple people for the last 5 months.
I was in a relationship with someone that I loved and trusted, and we had an agreement to use protection during relations. And during relations, they stealthily removed the protection on purpose without my consent. And when I realized it, I felt completely violated because now I was facing potential unwanted pregnancy and exposure to STI.
The abuser that I was with would not leave me alone. He followed me from room to room. He would spy on me when I was getting dressed or when I was getting undressed or when I was in the shower. I always had to lock the doors. He would not stop grabbing my body even though I specifically told him to stop.
He was clingy and needy from very early on. I thought it was love, but it was really possessive. I was called a slut, uncaring, and that I needed to try harder. Yet he was the one who was cheating. I realized it was not me. He was a product of his own trauma, and he projected that very trauma onto me.
I would have never engaged in an intimate relationship with him had I known the intimate relationships that already existed within his family unit. It seems he learned his charm, and then coercion, and then stalking behaviors and obsession over intimacy from his own mother.
While he was touching me, I was looking ahead, frozen or fawning, I'm not sure which, hoping that my lack of response would let him know that inside I was screaming no.
If I ever said no, he made me feel like I did something wrong, like I wasn't holding up my end of the bargain. I had stopped feeling safe and connected years before because of the abuse, but that never mattered. It was never about my needs, only his.
Coercion is not consent.
Coercion is not consent.